Hey guys, welcome back to a video, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make a house that is super easy to make so you can find all these things in your survival world. And yeah, so basically we're going to start off with some blocks here. So I have oak wood planks, spruce wood planks, cobblestone, gravel, cobblestone stairs, glass panes, and oak doors, because yeah, you need doors in your house. And yeah, so we have cobblestone 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And yeah, so we're just gonna go ahead and continue this back here. And yeah, then I'm going to go ahead and fill all of this in. So this is going to be a 10 by 10, but once we make the walls, then it will turn into a 9 by 9. So yeah. And now I'm going to use the spruce for the outer lining of the house, just to make it look a little bit better. So yeah. So I'm going to go 5 blocks up from here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna go ahead and do that on all of the corners. And then I'm gonna go ahead and connect these top blocks up here. And I personally just think that the outer lining of the house looks much better compared to when you don't have it. So yeah, so I like doing that. And then we're going to go ahead and place these blocks down here. So we're going to go ahead and place it on top of the cobblestone. And then we're going to take our oak wood planks and go ahead and fill all these rectangles in. And hopefully this house isn't too hard to build for all of you, because it's mainly just having to place blocks down. Now later we will go ahead and remove some blocks to put the glass panes in. If you want to, you don't have to do that. You can just leave it open. So yeah, next I'm going to go ahead and destroy some windows. Now I am also going to destroy this. I'm going to do 1 block over from here, and then I'm going to go ahead and place the doors down. I'm going to grab the stairs and do this, or you can also, if you have extra stairs, you can do that as well. So yeah. And I like to go inside the house to mainly just look and see, does the window look good? Does it not look good? And yeah. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. I mean, you may get uneven windows. If you don't like that, you can always just make it have a 2-block pillar in the middle. And you can make 2 of the same size windows on each side. And yes, and I like to leave the back wall just closed because it just makes it look a little bit better. And sometimes with the spruce wood, you can also fill in this so that on the inside, you can also see the lining here. But sometimes if you just like it to be like this, then yeah, you can have it like that. Then you want to go ahead and take your glass panes. I mean, you can also use glass blocks. I just personally think that the glass panes look better. And yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and fill in all these windows. Yeah, so you have a pretty nice house. It's pretty big. It's good enough for a kitchen, little workstation, and a bedroom. But if you do want a second floor, I am going to add that for my house. And yeah, so first I like to go ahead and start off with this here. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by just making the outer lining, and then we're going to fill it in, and yeah. So I am going to take my cobblestone again on the next floor. If you don't want to do that, you can always use a different type of wood or anything like that. Anything that you just think personally goes with the house, and it'll make it look nicer so that it's not all completely cobblestone. It's much easier to like get cobblestone and to be able to use that. So yeah. And then here we're also going to build up, so you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm going to go ahead and do that on all the others. So if you don't want to have to count, you can just see 1 block already, so then you can just count 4 up from that. So yeah. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and connect these up here. Now this might be a little harder to make in survival, considering the fact that you have to place a lot of blocks and it's at a really big height, so you could technically fall and technically die as well in survival, but it's really easy to make in creative, and once you get the hang of it, I'm pretty sure you can be able to make it in survival, because I have built houses like this multiple times and they always turn out beautiful and I love them. So yeah. Now if you want to make your ceiling cobblestone to just blend in with the rest of the house, you can totally do that, but I always like to just make it wood because, you know, and of course it has to rain. I don't like when it rains. But sometimes it can be good for your garden because then you have plants and you don't have to go out and kill animals, but still. Yeah. So yeah, right now I'm just making this. Now you can always do a flat roof, or you can make a better roof. Now I'm just going to make it a little bit easier on y'all and just keep it at a flat roof because, I mean, yeah, it's just easier that way. And yeah, so then I'm gonna go ahead and go inside, and then we're gonna go ahead and build our staircase. So I like to do a staircase, and then so I like to do a double staircase just so that it's easier, so that it's better, so that you don't fall off, I guess. And yeah. The reason why I didn't add this second window like over here is because I figured that it would be on the staircase, so yeah. Now you can always add slabs or blocks or anything under it if you want to, but this also just saves a bunch of space because then you can also have a workstation down here and it's really easier that way. So then yeah, you also want to break these blocks. And then you're going to go ahead and place these. Now you can always back it up by 1, so then you don't have to walk over here and it'll just be like this and it'll be a flat block over here instead of just going straight into the wall, but the window was kind of, so yeah. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and break out the windows here. And yeah. And I am going to leave these 2 walls just blank because that will be where more furniture will go. And yeah, because the windows don't really let you put a lot of furniture near them, but it's still pretty good. So yeah. And of course, if you do want to add walls, so like if your friend is like living with you or something in this house or something else like that, you can always put doors in so that you can like make different rooms and things like that. Now you can always, like, it would be really cool if you could section off the under the stairs and that could be like a tiny bedroom for like a guest or something who just decides to come to your house. Yeah, just make sure they don't steal anything. And yeah, so now that we have that done, I'm going to go ahead and focus a little more on the outside. So, yeah, so you can basically just break out some blocks, and I figure since you usually find gravel in the cave system, since you're going to need a lot of cobblestone for the floors and everything like that, then, I mean, there's big piles of it, and if you collect it, or if, like, you just have extra of it, since you're trying to get flint for arrows or anything like that, then it would be pretty easy to make a gravel path, just like going out to the road, or going out to a bigger path, or anything like that. And you can also surround your house in it, or if you have something in the back like a pool or something, you can always like put it back here like that, so you can just make a path to that. And then yes, you can put a path back there to your pool, or there could be a pool or a little area outside back here, so anything like that. So I figure since a lot of people just have extra gravel laying around, because I usually do whenever I play in survival, I figured that many people will probably find this useful, and it also makes their house look a little bit better, and it just adds that extra touch. So yeah, now on to the interior. So what I'm gonna go ahead and get is I'm gonna go ahead and get some furniture. So I'm gonna start off with the kitchen, so I'm just gonna get some crafting table, well, a crafting table, some furnaces, because I like to have multiple furnaces for my cooking and things like that. You can get a brewing stand if you have one. You technically don't have to have one, I just like to add it, but actually I won't add it, because this is supposed to be a little bit easier to get, so I'm just going to make it a little bit easier for you guys. And yeah, so yeah, that seems like pretty much it. It seems pretty much like all we really need. Now, you don't have to have the bookshelf. I just like to have it because it's a nice little touch. Now, you can put the kitchen over here or over here. I just like it over here because, I don't know, then it's not really in the way much. Yeah, and then you can have 3 large chests here, so it's 6 chests in total, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and yeah. And then it goes right in the middle column between the windows, so it kind of looks like the window would be going back there, except it's not, because you can see the wood there. And then the bookshelves just add an extra touch because of the window right there, and yeah. And then I just put 3 furnaces in, because sometimes whenever people have to cook a lot of things, or they just have to cook some stuff really quickly because they're like really hungry and their hunger bars are low, like super low, then yeah, that works. And since this is a big house, then it's pretty easy. Now you can also get lanterns, or you can use torches. Sea pickles also emit light, but they're not super easy to get. I usually don't find them in my like survivals or whatever, whenever I played in survival. So basically what I did to put the torch on, I crouched, and then I placed the torch, and you can see that with the lantern. Yeah, the lantern just adds it a little bit better, but since torches are a little bit easier to get, they're pretty nice. And yeah, I also like to add 2 torches out here, just to go ahead and add it a little bit better, so that there are, like, I guess, light sources outside. So then whenever you're like going to sleep or anything, so if you have a bedroom downstairs, like I said, if you have like that guest bedroom down here, then mobs will most likely not be super close to your house, and it's a lot easier that way. You might also want to add a couple torches up here and down there, just under the stairs, just to keep it light over there, and that seems pretty much it. You can also use lanterns. Lanterns also hang up there, so you can do that. You could also set that one on the ground, just to make it a little bit easier. The only thing is, though, you have to use torches out here, unless if you were to put a slab on this top right here, and then set the lanterns on top of those. I haven't actually done that in any one of my houses, so that would be pretty cool. And yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much the kitchen. You can add extra stuff, so like if you have an enchantment table or a grindstone or a brewing stand or anything like that, then that would be useful as well. So I'll go ahead and show you what that would look like. I'm also going to grab a bookshelf to put the brewing stand on because I just feel like that looks a little bit better as well. And then let's say if you had a lectern, grindstone as I said before, and there's many other things that you can put in your house that definitely look good. You could also use a smoker. I'll show you what that looks like instead of the furnaces. So yeah, I'm just going to use this area over here for my enchantment table right there, my bookshelf for my brewing stand, and then over here I'm just going to put an armor stand here, here, and here. And there you can also spread them out a little bit, so you could put one here and one here instead of these two, so that you have all of that. And yeah, so then you're not accidentally clicking on one or the other. And yeah, then you could also put a lectern. Lecterns do hold books and things like that, so they're really useful whenever you could possibly need them. There is a grindstone, and then let's say if you wanted smokers instead of furnaces, you could also have that. So yeah, and I'm just going to keep those there for now. And yeah, so now we can go on and move upstairs. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and grab a bed of your color. I like light blue. And yeah, and then I'm gonna go ahead and grab some trapdoors. You can grab any type of trapdoor. I like the full trapdoors like birch, spruce, or dark oak. My personal favorite is spruce or dark oak, but with the bed, the legs of the bed blend better with the spruce, so that's kind of my favorite. You can also grab some signs that go with your trapdoors. So yes, and I'm going to go ahead and put the light blue beds here. Go ahead and activate those, then put there, there, and then I'm also going to grab some bookshelves and lanterns. You can also use torches or anything like that, and that also works. And you can put this bed anywhere. I just chose to put it here because it goes nicely with the, I guess, wall, because the post is right there and it's even. Yeah, I like even. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of all that. And yeah, you can also add flower pots, paintings, anything like that you really want. And yeah, and if you happen to have extra wool, you can use that, or you can basically use any block. But I am gonna make a couch. I'm gonna use pink, yeah, to match the light blue. And I'm also going to get a slab. I personally think that quartz looks the best with this because, like, I'm making a couch and cushions are usually, like, it just looks better with the white. Because the wool, personally, I think goes better with white, like any wool. But you can basically use any type. So I'm going to use stone and see what that looks like. And yeah, so you can go ahead and put some wool over here. Just like that. And then you can put this here. And then you can put a little table there. So yeah. And I think that looks the best. And then you can also put a flower pot there. And then I'm going to go ahead and get a flower. Let's see, which one do I want? I'm going to have the lily of the valley. It rhymes. Okay, and now I'm going to get some other flowers, I guess. Just to go ahead. Actually, I'll get orange. Yeah, and then, yeah, I'll go ahead and get my flower pot again. So yeah. The lily of the valley, it actually looks really good with the pink wool, as I can tell. And then we can go down here, and you can see over here, you can put a wither rose or anything like that. And yeah, you could also put a flower pot over here and just put an orange tulip. And you don't have to put an orange tulip. I just chose orange tulip. So yeah. Yeah. And we can also put lanterns in these corners over here if you just want to. You don't have to, but it will look a little bit better because then there won't be as many dark spots and then it's all light. And yeah, so you got it pretty full. If you do have a loom, you could also put a loom over here as well. That would be really nice. There. So yeah, I really do think this house came out well. And yeah. You can also add paintings to the walls, as I said earlier. I just didn't say to the walls, but yeah, you kind of get the point. And yeah, so I really do like it. It's pretty nice. But as I said, you can put any outdoor areas. So let's say you wanted a campfire. Then you could grab just some extra logs that you could possibly have. Or you could also grab slabs. I also like those. Those actually look really nice. So you could put a little campfire area out here and do this. Or you could put some slabs. So slabs I think look a little better than the logs because you can actually like sit on them, whereas you'll be one block higher over here. And it's not the best source of that. So yeah. And yeah, I'll go ahead and destroy that so there's no. But yeah. So yeah, you could have a little campfire area over here and it would be really nice for your friends and everything like that so that they could come over. And yeah. But as I said, you could also put a little bed area over here for like a guest or anything. And you couldn't have, like, you want to have the armor stands or something, and you could put this little area over there, or you just want to have this area at all. It depends on what type of survival person you are, or if you just wanted in creative, just to, like, tell your friends, oh, look, I got this cool house. It's pretty nice, right? Yeah, and you can also take fences over here, and you can put it like that. Now, you can fall through there, so you might want to be careful, or you could just do that. It just saves space whenever you have that, but I guess it is pretty big over here. And yeah. You could also section off this area, just a little private area, things like that. You could also put livestock out here, things like that. There's many options with this. So yeah, you could definitely put like some livestock out here, things like that, and yeah. So I mean, you could just have this over here. I don't know, there's so many options with this house. It just goes with like everything, and I just love this type of design because it's usually super easy to build because it's just layer by layer and things like that. Now it does take a lot of materials, but these materials are super easy to get. So yeah, and I just love the house, just in general. So guys, here's the end result for the build tutorial today. So I really enjoyed how this came out. It was really fun and exciting, and I hope you can find this useful. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe.